I don't know why I'm on time. I have no idea. Let's see. I'll try not to do that next week. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm getting it together. Hi, Fairy. All right. Uh-oh. I'm typing this out. I'm trying to get my crap together. I'm on time. I mean, can't win them all, right? Let's see. Um, in a few minutes, when everybody gets here, when people get here, I don't want to say everybody because I don't want to assume that there are people that are coming because you never know. But I have here the wheel of winners of the people who, well, you can't see it now because I don't have it on. But the 3 people who did a Cash App card pull. I got this winning wheel. I'm going to spin it. I don't know. I would say probably half an hour, 30 minutes. And we're going to find out who is the winner of I don't know what it is. I really don't. But anyway, they get a really cool gift. I'm going to send it in the mail. Really, I am. Who's here? So if you do a card pull, and it's through Cash App, if you do a card pull here on YouTube, send it through YouTube. That's perfectly fine too. You're going to get a card reading. Everything's going to be great. But if you do a Cash App card pull, you get to be entered into contest for next week. So we're going to do that every week. Every week. Hi, Mama T. Hello, Danny. So that's what we're doing. I've got this. I'm going to show you it. I got this cute little. It's a wheel. See, and it's got Michelle's name on it, Logan's, and Layla's. And when I tap it, it's going to automatically go and it'll stop on one of their names, and I'm going to send them a gift. And they'll have it by the end of the week because I'm sending it tomorrow. That's right. Oh, good night, Danny. Good night, Danny. Are you going to bed? What time is it there? Oh, I forgot. I know where you're at. What time is it there? It can't be that late. What time is it? Hi, Starseed. How are you? I am taking questions, so if you're here, I do have, just by chance, one of our relationship reinvented coaches in the room with me today. Although she's not here, she's sent across the room. So there's that. That'll be fun. And my twin is upstairs doing what he does. So I don't know what happened. There we go. So, sorry, good night is also greeting where I'm from. That's right. You are in Barbados. Tiny little place where everybody knows everybody. See, I remember. What was I? Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it about 7:30 because I was on time today. Only God knows why. I really don't know why. I mean, I had no reason to be late any day because I'm usually not even gone. I'm usually around the house. But it is. But nevertheless, when I do a Cash App card pull, I'm using India's deck. And it's cool because I don't necessarily have to go through all of the whole spiel like if I pulled another card from another deck. And if Spirit tells me to pull a card from either the white deck or the blue deck, my old decks, I definitely will. But these have like, if you've pulled this card, you're being pulled to do this or do that. And then it makes it kind of easier for me, except for I didn't bring glasses. Oh, no. I'll work it out. Yeah. I thought of everything but that. Told him I love you during time together physically, and I got sick the next day. I went into total fear after a dream last night. I asked a question, now no response. I love you during time together physically, and I got sick the next day, and I went into total fear after a dream last night. Hey, Fairy, do me a favor. send me an email and tell me about your dream. Um, yeah, do that for me. Um, I want to know about your dream. You can do a little interpretation. Um, yeah, yeah, please do that. Very. Um, Mama T, Dad was diagnosed with early onset dementia. Sherry, my hands are full and I don't know what to do. Mama T, it's when you get news like that, it feels like you are just sort of in a state of shock, and you start to plan out a future, and you start to figure out, what is going to happen, right? And that's what's causing your fear, right? You're planning for a future. And I get it, you know what I mean? There's an underlying issue that you have to make some preparations for, right? But your words there is early onset, which means he's not sick, super sick yet, meaning super sick, meaning I don't know anybody, I don't remember, or I'm getting irritable, or those types of things, right? Right now, what I strongly suggest you do, strongly, talk to your dad about anything and everything you need to heal inside you. Talk to him about any memories, anything that you remember that you want to get confirmation from or for. Talk to him about his past, talk to him about his parents, talk to him about his life, so you have that information, right? um Spend time with him. Tell him how much you love him. Tell him how much you care about him. I know you're doing those things, but I want you to spend a little extra time with him. I want you to enjoy the time you have with him while he's still on his mind, without ruining that time, without ruining being in the now by trying to be in the future to figure out how you're going to handle things, right? Right now, one day at a time. And while he's still with us, up in here, right? Talk to him, communicate, ask him about his childhood, ask him about his parents, have all that information and bond with your dad, for sure. For sure. I'm good, Danny. I'm good. I'm very open with the way I feel about my twin, but I often hear people saying not to show a man how much you care about him and not to always be available either. So I heard that whole not always be available thing from my grandmother. She tried to instill that in me, and to not to show too much affection, because it comes off as looking needy, right? My grandma used to say that to me all the time. Lee loves affection. He loves to be touched. That's his love language. He loves affection. And I'm not as affectionate as I would like to be, right? There's things that are, in the way a little bit, and putting them into healing, they pop back out, put them into healing. It's fine. But, there are some walls there, um, from things that went on in my childhood. And but it keeps me from being as affectionate as I would like to be. Now, I do my best to try to break out of that all the time, every day. I just, instead of listening to my mind say, don't touch him, don't look too needy, don't look too available, right? Um, if I'm not available to my twin, who in the hell am I available for? That's how I'm feeling, right? If I don't if I don't let him know that I'm available to him at all times, or I might not be available to you at all times. I've got some trauma that I'm dealing with. So there may be some times when you and I are not on the same page, and you might want to be intimate and I don't want to be intimate. There's some things that we have discussed, and we worked out through the years that we've been together. But um, you know, it's it's hard to come out of the mindset of what was instilled in you, right? I personally feel, when it comes to the twin, I mean, not even a soulmate or somebody that you've loved for 50 years, but when it comes to the one you're actually connected to, all of that's null and void. The whole don't be too available, the whole all this, and you know what I mean, that I feel like that all goes out to the window when you're with the one you're connected to, because if I can't let Lee know that I'm completely available to him, or there might be some times that I'm not, then the communication's off, and we need to learn how to open up that communication a little bit more. So, well, hi Michelle. I was just talking to you earlier. Miss Carrie Porter is in the house. She's sitting across the room from me, and I was just talking about you a little bit ago. I was just explaining to her a story of a conflict that Lee and I had at one point in time, and I had to call somebody. Um, I've told my twin now, or how I felt about him very recently, but he hasn't reconciled as of lately, like he used to do. Do you think dating others is okay while on this journey? I certainly do. I did it. Not only was I date, I got married and had a baby. I ain't playing. Um, Wisco lady, hi. How are you? Um, I mean, Starseed, there's you. Let me roll back a minute, because you can't. Um, and I don't want to say you can't, because you can do anything you want to, but if you're dating others to make him jealous and to piss him off, that's a whole different ballgame. Don't do that, right? But if you are being the standstiller, then by all means, there's no reason why. There's no reason why anybody should have to wait on anybody, especially if they're married to somebody that's not you. So um, there's no reason. I don't think he's married, but if you are being called to date, see other people because you're just tired of waiting, there's no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't. And so I'm getting the cards all warmed up. I got Cash App card pulls going on. So here's the deal with this. If you do a Cash App card pull, Cash App. Now you can go on here, get a card pull on YouTube, do that whole thing. That's perfectly fine too. And that's fine. But if you do a Cash App card pull, it's a little bit different. If you do a Cash App card pull, then your name goes into I don't know, the pool, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to draw names from that every week. So if you there's a reason for that. There's a a nonprofit that I work with, and we work with kids who need beds, basically, because they've come out of a situation or whatever. There's actually a family that we had that their house burned down. Dad caught the house on fire, tried to kill the whole family. Anyway, um, they lost one child. She's got two children. She ended up in a shelter, but nevertheless, they have a new apartment, and um, we are working on three families for beds for the children. You know what? We let the parents sleep on an air mattress. That's fine for now. But the kids need their beds, and they need those places of security, and they need a place where they can go get under the covers and feel warm and safe. So I am highly involved in that nonprofit. And if you do a Cash App card pool, that money on that Cash App goes directly to that nonprofit. If you do a card pool, say here on YouTube or whatever, that's fine. We get that money too. That money comes to us. Guys buys like cookies and shit. No. You might buy a cookie. I don't know. It depends on what we're doing that day. Could pay the electric bill. You never know. You might buy weed. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, that's what happens. So there's the deal. I should have copied that. So if you want a Cash App card pool, I'm getting ready to pin the message, and I'm also going to retype that. So I'm doing these card pulls from India's deck, and I've got them right here in my hand. So let's do the damn thing. Let me finish reading because I am lost. Uh-oh. Here we go. What do you think about that in a twin flame dynamic? I did it. I mean, I was connected to him, but I knew I was connected to him. We clearly knew we were connected, but I wasn't waiting on that mess. Why would I sit around and wait on somebody who certainly wasn't sitting around waiting on me? Right? He wasn't thinking about me after 5. He really wasn't. I knew I was connected to him. I knew he was special. I knew he had something that nobody else did. Right? but I wasn't going to compromise myself, sit there and look desperate and be like, I'm just waiting on you to get your shit together, waiting on you to get your shit together. I needed to have another baby. I did it. He's 16 now, almost. He's out riding his moped. That's right. I did that. I think it's self love at times. You know what I mean? I really do. I don't feel this whole waiting game is annoying to me. Um, I waited 6 months. I'm guilty of it. I waited for him 6 months. I wanted him to come back, but then I didn't want him to come back. But I didn't want to mess with that mess, right? Um, he was he was too busy. Yeah, busy. That's what we call it. Um, oh, I'm lost. I'm not sure if working with my twin would be considered in union. He hired me to do some work for him. My mind went really, really, really bad. I am so sorry, Starseed. You can send me hate mail. I mean, I know you. You can send me hate mail. Sorry. I really am. Let me start all over. Really. He hired me to do some work for him. Still funny. But it feels more disconnected than ever. Also reconnected with an old friend and we are exploring. Now, see, there you go. There you go. There you go. And if you're not in union, you're not in union. But explore what spirit has put in your path. You're not committed, right? Or if you are you committed? No, you're not committed, Starseed. Um, why do I keep losing my place? Definitely not. I understand. I really like this new guy. Then, girl, date him. Date him for sure. And then let me know how it went because I'll live vicariously through you for a while. Although I do date. Me and Lee date a lot. We had a great date the other night. It was awesome. We didn't even leave the house. We got one of these fuck, what's it called? The journey, the adventure challenge. We got one of those. So we do an adventure challenge every now and then. It's kind of fun. I had to blindfold even make a pie one time. It was so fun. Um ah my twin was divorced just like me, but I don't know what he's doing. If you don't know what he's doing, then he don't know what you're doing. Go out and date. Go out and date. And if he asks, don't lie. Um Good loving root camp. Just was watching the Great Expectations video of you guys. Oh, I don't even know what's in that one. Don't want to know. Scary. Right. Let me ask you this. What color was my hair and how bad was it? Was it like a straw like consistency that kind of stuck out everywhere? Like I had too much gel in it. You know what I mean? Or was it black and fluffy? Right? Or, color was my hair. I don't want to know what was in the video. I want to know what color my hair was. Oh, God. Oh, man. If I don't show him or tell him, it makes me feel as if I'm playing games with him. Pretty much, Danny. Pretty much. That's how I feel. I am in Cincinnati. I am. Um, no, I am lost. I don't belong here. I really do belong here. It's like spirit put me here, like intentionally. I knew nobody in Cincinnati. I didn't know one person in Cincinnati, Ohio. Not one person. I lived 20 minutes north of here and barely left that town. I did not know one person here in Cincinnati. And I was dropped here and I got a job. I got an apartment and I met people and I met Lee. Clearly supposed to be here. Mama T, aren't you just up the road in like Salina? Salina? No, Troy? Lima? Something like that up there. Aren't you just like an hour and something from here still? Danny says she was shocked. Why was she shocked? Oh, yeah. I always feel like your hair in I always liked your hair in the old videos. The straw stuff, the straw ones. My hairdresser was mad. Like it was so dead. It was so dead that she suggested I shave it off and start all over. Swear she did. It was so dead, it was dead to the root. And then I got sick and it just started falling out. You know what I mean? So then I dyed it blue. And then now it's still blue. But now I'm not sick, so it grew. Now it is what it is. It's a topic of conversation at every grocery store I go to. Oh shit. Must have some Leo in your chart somewhere. Why? Oh, Sydney, that's right. That's right. Sydney. Man, only I think I told you this. The only thing I know about Sydney was there was a there was a um there was a couple I knew and she was involved in some big church scandal that happened in Sydney. Yeah. So church preacher stole some money and then was having an affair just like every other church. Um just this one got busted, I guess. I don't know. I want to know why I must have some Leo in me. Your hair gave me business in the front part. Yeah. Yeah. Business in the front, party in the back. It was having a party all the time. There's sometimes I couldn't even stop it. There were some times that I put so much hairspray in it just to lay it down and I would hold it for like 10 minutes. Glue it to my head. It's horrible. So bad. Hey, Sin. He was. What the hell? You know what? He's unpredictable. That one is. He Frank he baffles me, and it takes a lot to baffle me. He baffles me. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him for about a half an hour. I just want to get into his psyche a little bit, want to know what he thinks. I probably don't. Probably don't. You did not just say that. She just said, I wish I had some Leo in me. You nasty. And I love it. Little tiny thing. You weigh about a buck 98. No, about 98 without the buck. I love it. Littlest thing. So cute. Maybe it's the ADD. There it is. There it is. I love that song. It's called Sail. Um, yeah, don't trust anything that starts with a P. Preacher, police, politician, physician. You know? Is it all right? Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to do because I don't know who's here and who's not. Right? I got this cute little wheel. Shit, learn how to turn. I don't know this tablet very well. I got it right here. So last week on Cash App, I know there was other ones, but you had to pay on Cash App to get in this contest, right? Um, um, so Michelle, Layla, and Logan all paid by Cash App and got their card pool. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this, and whoever wins this gets a cute little package from me. I'm going to tap it now. See there? It says tap to spin. Not making that up. Oh, it did it. All right. Let's see. Oh, Layla. Layla's our winner. Look at that little celebration right there. Look at it. All right. So I know who Layla is because she paid me by Cash App. Even though she's not here, I know who she is. So I'll be getting a hold of Layla and I'll be sending her a gift. So if you do a Cash App card pool, which isn't very popular today, apparently, that was fun. Let's do that again next week. We're going to do that again next week. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Um, this is a family show, Megan. And I know that your name isn't up here because it's in an alias. Um, is Shamar Moore a Leo? What is he? Let's find out. Let's find out. What sign is Shamar Moore? I really hope Lee doesn't walk down right now. Oh, he's an Aries. Damn. Well, he's an Aries. Because I was going to say something inappropriate if it was Leo, but nothing worth. There's nothing, Gemma. There's nothing. Maybe you like to have a little Aries in you. I don't know. Me and Lee were talking about Shamar Moore last night. We were on the couch, and he showed up in a. What did he show up in a commercial or something? Carrie, was he in a commercial? Or no, he was in a movie. He was watching one of the Medea movies. Shamar Moore showed up, and I forget what I told Lee. I forget what I told him. Um, but he's my only exception. I feel like we could have a connection. I mean, not like Lee and I's connection, but a little different. I don't know. Lee gets amused by my talk of Shamar Moore, and he ever gets a hold of one of these videos, he's calling. And I told Shamar telepathically that I was married to Lee and that I was connected to Lee, and we could never be in union. But I'm gonna need a selfie and a pat on the butt. um, there's that. Um, let's see. Cash App isn't available in your country. What? Okay. If you do it here, Danny, I gave you an exception. I don't care. You just go to here's the Cash App information right here. It's pinned up at the top. Um, there. Danny, you're twins and Aries. Um, here I go with Shamar Moore. Have I talked about him before? Really haven't. Oh, Jen Huber's here. Oh no, am I in trouble? You do not go and tell Lee that I'm up down here talking about Shamar Moore because he probably knows. He's probably up there going, uh-huh. He probably feels it. He probably thinks I'm having an affair, but it really is emotional. it's actually not even emotional. It's mental. It's a mental crush. All right, I want everybody to put in here who their crush is, who their celebrity crush is. Put it in here because don't lie and say you don't have none. I have a twin flame that I'm connected to, and we're in union, and I still have a crush. So you're going to tell me who your crushes are. Put them in there. Put them in there. It is a mental crush, Danny. It makes me mentally loopy. Do you have Cash App, Sin? If you have Cash App, there's the address. You talk about him in a lot of the past videos. Oh, Tyrese. Now he's pretty cute. I think he's pretty cute. He's pretty cute. I'll give him that. He's got that. Listen, like I don't know if there's any guys in here. And guys, if you're in here, then pay attention. You know what I love? And I love it that my twin has it. And I'm gonna get a little graphic here, but it's the best thing. It's the best thing. You know that little V of love? You know that V, like the one that that V that where it just kind of leads there, the V. It starts like up here at the hips and then it comes to a point there. Um I love a V of love. I love a V of love. And when I see it on TV, I make Lee take his shirt off. That's what happens over here. Tyrese is pretty cute. Don't download it. Don't download it. At a stoplight. Don't do that. It's not that important. Alan Richardson. Who is that? Now I have to look it up. Alan. Hang on. Alan. I'm gonna look him up. Richardson. Michelle, was that? I don't think it was you. He's 6'2". He is 6'2". What? Oh. Oh my. For Let me tell you something, Pursue You. You are 4 foot 5 inches tall, and you weigh 99 pounds. This man is 6'2". Hang on. I don't know how much he weighs because it doesn't matter. I mean, but it would be a nice mush. You know what I mean? He's cute. I'm a teeth person. I love a man with a nice smile. That's a good smile right there. He's cute. Is that the right one? Because if it's not, I'm going on about something. Um, but he's cute. Luke James. He's a singer. He's an amazing voice. Luke James. It is the V of Love Summer. Luke James. Who's Luke James? Let me see how cute this guy is. He's an American singer songwriter. Let's see. Oh, oh my, you know what? Lee cannot watch this. Um, I mean, I guess he can. Um, oh my. Okay. All right. Hang on, I'll show you. I was trying to find a better picture. Hang on. I mean, I don't need a better picture than this one, but um, I want to see if it's the right Luke James. You know what I mean? I gotta be on that. Because if it's not, then I'm gonna look silly. So let's find it. You know what? He has a beautiful smile too, but I don't know if I think he's all that sexy or all that cute. I just found the People magazine one. I'm just gonna do this. He's not bad. He's not bad. She said I like him tall. George Michael was adorable. Man, I had a crush on him when I was 12. I was 12. I had the best crush on him. It was a great crush. It was a great crush. It was awesome. Um, let's see. Why do I go through periods of forgiving my twin flame for all the hurt they have caused, only to become angry with them again hours or days later? Why all the constant emotional up and down? You know what is interesting about that? Um, it's so real. It is so real, that roller coaster of great, 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 great. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. It's very um yeah, it's a very emotional, stressful place to be. It's interesting how you hear people talk about the 7 year itch, the 7 year itch. When you're married 7 years, it's rough. Um, I feel like that 7 year itch comes up every 3 or 4 months in this journey in the beginning, right? In the beginning, and in the beginning, I can say 10 years because it. I mean, we've been, oh my gosh, we've been together 18, married 10 in October. Together 18, married 10. Well, we met 18 years ago. So you guys know all the struggles and the trials and the tribulations and all the hot mess we went to. It is just now. I'm 53, Lee's 54. He's 6 months older than me. I want everybody to know that. It's important. I am 6 months younger than Lee. 6 months younger than Lee. Um, but I feel like just now, maybe in the past year, have those roller coaster things have stopped. I don't want to say stop, they've slowed way down, right? Like we would have really big highs and really super bad lows. And it just seemed, if you've watched our journey, you'll see it just seemed like people were in a overpass throwing rocks down at us when we were just driving along, right? And it was stressful. I don't know why. I wish I knew why. Um, but I know that it's definitely a part of this journey. But we can guide you through those times and guide you through those places and let you know how we did it, right? There were so many different plans that we had to put in action so many different times, right? We had to find different ways to communicate with one another. You know, I tell you, because Lee and I talk in passing an awful lot. Now, he might come downstairs for an hour. He might come downstairs for 2 hours. He could be downstairs for three. Mondays are light days. So he only had, he was down a lot today. He was up, two times, and now he's up there for another half an hour. He'll come down at 8 and he'll be done for the day. But we talk a lot in passing, and so we keep a notebook on our. It's like a little journal type of notebook, and if I have to leave the house or whatever, I'll write to him, where I'm going or whatever. It's used for that, but it's mainly used for a lot of miscommunications too. And also, hey, I'm feeling a little down today, or I'm feeling a little pressure today, or I'm so in love with you today, or I love you so much, you inspired me today. I think you wrote yesterday, you inspire me, all these different things. And it's nice to go, oh, I got a new message, right? I mean, it's super cool. But it's a neat little thing we do. And I think it'll be fun to look back on these books, like, later on, and say, what the hell were we doing? What were we talking about, the grocery list or something? I don't know. It's pretty cute. Um, but it's not until a year of learning to let go of the past, finally realizing that I can't change anything at all by looking back there. I like to go back sometimes. I like to look back. I drove by one of my old homes the other day. I took a picture. I had emotion, right? Because I put so much love and care into that home. It was my first one. And, they've just come in and destroyed it. It's a hot mess. But I think it's healthy to look back at on memories and things that we've been through, even the bad ones, right? And then and realize how far we've come. I love doing that. Um, but I don't do it as often as I used to, because I don't need to, right? Um, I don't need to be back there. I don't need to be anywhere forward. I really need to be in each and every moment in that moment. And that's just how I live. It's what I live by, and I let spirit guide me the whole time, right? Um, you know, I'm real in tune with spirit. I listen to spirit a lot. And if you consult with your spirit guides, right? It's interesting, you're going to feel when those times are coming up, right? Because either you have stored, or he has stored, or you both have stored, and then it's time to vomit that out. Um, so if it's you that's stored, it's much easier to walk up to him and say, you know what? I'm feeling very irritated. I'm feeling very annoyed. And I don't want to snap at you, and I don't want to attack you. And it's not you. I just don't want to attack you. I just want you to know that I'm in that annoyed irritability space. If I say that to Lee, he's like, got it. Gonna go chill out for a little bit. Come to me when you're ready. And I'll sit down with him an hour later. I just need that space. Um, I wish I knew why, but I know that it was there for a reason. When me and Lee went through all that, it's there for a reason. And I know what that reason is with us. We're here with you, right? And really, really, really stay in the moment. It's important. He said, I like him tall. Oh, well, okay, Danny, I'm going to give you that. Makes me wonder. Before you met Twin, did you have a type? And did that twin match? Okay. So, that's an interesting question, Mama T. So, no, they do not match. My first marriage was to a a white man who was 7 years older than me. My second marriage was, y'all know Ron, a white man, little weird looking. Um, his son's here, so that's why I said that. Cameron just walked in the room, but um, no, but um, all of my boyfriends were white. All of my serious boyfriends, serious relationships were white. I did have a few little boyfriends that were black. I did. He was half Asian, half he was half Asian. I think he was Asian and white. I'm not sure. Nevertheless, um, I like the variety, but nevertheless, no. When I when I met Lee, I was dating a few people off and on. I was dating another black guy named Daryl, and I ended up with 6 stitches in my head because he rolled me over with the car on purpose, like trying to keep me from going to Ron's hockey game. And then my friends called me speed bump for 6 months, and and then that relationship was over. But no, yeah, I did have a type. I did have a type, and I'm going to tell you what my type was. Ron was not it. This is my. I'm going to show you my type. When I was a teenager, now Shamar Moore is my crush now. He's my crush now, but when I was a teenager, y'all, and still he has a piece of my heart. I ain't gonna lie. Um, does anybody know who it is? Does anybody know my old crush? And it's not my old crush. This was my type. I'm telling you, Vince Neil. Oh, he's adorable. Yeah, so I liked long hair. Um, my first boyfriend had really long hair. So no, Lee didn't match at all. It was completely opposite of what I thought my type was. He's hot though. Um, yeah, and yours didn't either. He kind of looks like a certain someone too, a little bit, a little bit. I wasn't gonna say that, but I really wasn't gonna say that. Um, I might have emailed it to you though. I always thought it would. Heath Ledger. He was pretty cute. Now, until the Joker, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. And now every time I saw his face, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. Super sad that that dude died because he was pretty hot when he was young. Um, I'm glad that he got the opportunity to leave a child. Heath was interested in photography. Is oh nice. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Sherry, I messaged you on your Lois Lane email. Okay, Fairy, thank you. Because you know what? That's where I'm gonna get it. Ah, Marky Mark. He was cute back in the day. I don't know what he looks like now. Let's look it up. Um, okay, let's see. Marky Mark. What's he look like now? Um, oh, I know what he looks like. Mark Wahlberg. Um, is it Mark Wahlberg? It is, right? Is it Marky Mark Mark Wahlberg? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Isn't it? Educate me, please. Please, educate me. Wasn't sure if you remembered because it's been so long since you guys last saw. I wouldn't forget, girl. He had it going on. He was cute. Um, this has been an amazing little um fun little Monday night Ask Sherry, right? Talked about a lot of celebrity crushes today. Um, oh, what did I do with that? So if you want to do a Cash App card pool is different. So if you pay by Cash App, you get entered in the contest for next week to get a package. And hopefully Layla comes in here next week and says, my package was super cool. And we can raise a little bit of money for this little nonprofit to buy these kids some beds. Um, I dreamed of a tall man with dark hair and blue eyes. Yeah, Todd was a short redhead. He really was. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, it's cute. Our Wahlbergs just closed down here, so I never did get a chance to go in and meet Paul or anybody else when they were here. Um, I don't. When I was young, when I was a teenager, I didn't think, and I'm a little older, so when like the boy bands were out, I was just like, boy bands. Um, I did like Menudo. Does anybody remember Menudo? I loved Menudo. Um, and New Edition, like those types of things. It was pretty cool. Um, um, but what was I getting ready to say? I lost it. Just lose it. I don't know. Um, Mama T, I feel like I've asked that question to 4 or 5 people, twins that we've married, because I'm not going to marry him unless I know for sure. Um, for sure, right? I gotta know, or I don't feel like I'm doing a justice if I marry him and I don't know. I mean, if they want to get married and they say, well, I'm not a twin flame or whatever, I just want to get married, I'll do it all day. People get married all the time. I love that. I love marrying people. Marrying people's fun. Um, although Brooke and Danny's wedding was like 3 minutes, and I forgot to tell everybody to sit down, so they stood the whole time. It's a true story. And we went through it so fast. It was literally like 4 or 5 minutes, if that. If that. We were out. And I think about that all the time, and I don't know why. Usually Danny's here yelling at me about something, but he's not. Um, and if you, I'm so glad that you emailed me over there, because I just, I haven't been getting them from when it goes to the business email. Now I'm going to be honest and tell you that the only people that even can get into that account is me and Lee. So I can't imagine why I'm not getting the messages. I mean, I can't imagine. By the time he comes downstairs, he's not ready to tell me about no emails. And then, could I look? Probably. But why would I look if there's no emails? I figured he would tell me if there was an email. That has not happened. So I apologize, and I will start looking at the business email a little bit more. That change, I promise I can make. I can. I wanted you guys to do the service if he and I had married. Well, that wouldn't have been a very long drive. We could have done that. And you know what? I loved Todd. I did. Todd was what's the word I want to use? Todd was soft. Yeah. He was soft. He was sweet. He had this tough exterior, rough exterior, but he was mushy inside. Sure did. Um, let's see. There's a place in Hawaii called Twin Falls that you can have a wedding at. Great. Great. Um, maybe we should just move there and buy a hut. Just live at Twin Falls and do twin flame weddings all day. And then we'll just be littering the world with people who aren't really connected and not really following spirit. Sounds fun. Oh shit. 100% true about the ups and downs. Going to hit 7 years together this year. Didn't think we were going to make it through during the first 2 or 3 years together. For sure. um, it's a lot. It's a lot of emotional. Is that my dog? I thought no. I don't know, man. It's a lot of emotional baggage that it feels like you drag it with you everywhere you go. Can't even put it in the trunk of a car. It's like connected to you. And dragging it with you everywhere, just a bunch of bullshit. And then you see them and you run towards them and you can't run as fast because you got this bag of bullshit on your leg. And so you're like limping. And when you get there, right, you're too afraid to hug them because you got a bunch of fear. It's a bunch of bullshit. It is. It is. And then you fight over the dumbest things. You fight over the dumbest things. Like anything. You don't care about me. Oh, you don't care about me. What? What? Yeah, dumb things. What's for dinner? That's a big one. It's a big one here. Anyway, that's all we got left. We worked out everything else. Now all the conflict is what we have for dinner. And if I really want to piss him off, I'll offer up some place he doesn't even like. That's all I got. It's the only punishment I got left. Oh shit. Now I'm older. A good cheesecake is my new twin flame. Anything that has chocolate. I'm in. I'm in. I wanted to get rid of the whole twin flame anyway. I don't want to get rid of mine, but I'd like to get rid of the whole word, right? I would like ooh, let's bake a cake and have him put twin flame on it. We'll just smash it. Oh Lord. Um what was I was see I'm losing it. I'm losing it. It's going out the window. Oh, Sherry, your granny can I have the name so I can look it up, please? Shit. I don't see my I don't see my last week video that Lee told me about. What did he tell you about? Last week video. Class, last week's class? So yes, I can go ahead and tell you about my side job, my side persona, what I do. Um, I love to bake and cook with cannabis. It's awesome. Um, I don't know. I love working with the plant. I love eating the plant. I love smoking the plant. I love cooking with the plant. I love the damn plant. Um, there's a reason I'm in love with the plant, not because it makes me feel good. Lee makes me feel good. I'm in love with him too. Um, but I'm convinced it helped save my life. I mean, I didn't get on in the opioid game when I was sick with liver disease. I just kept eating a bunch of pot, and it kept the pain away. I'm an advocate. I'm a big advocate. So a few years ago, I have created a monster with my blue hair. Um, and you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Canna Granny 420. And I'll type it. Canna Granny 420. You will recognize me. Um, because it's me. Um, my worlds collide sometimes. My Canna Granny world and my Lee and Sherry world collide sometimes where we'll be somewhere and somebody will call me out. Um, but I guess it's just time to merge. Um, so I don't care. I don't care to put it out there. There it is. Canna Granny 420. Find me. I'm all the cannabis. I'm all the pot. I'm all that reefer. I'm doing all. I do all the reefer according to my mom. If you wouldn't do all that reefer, that's what she calls it, reefer. And I said, Mom, I didn't do all of it. I haven't done all the reefer. Should I have done all the reefer? There would be no reefer left. And I wouldn't have any reefer. But I do have reefer. Therefore, I didn't smoke all the reefer. The fact that she calls it reefer is hilarious to me. It's funny. No shit. Um, one question before I leave. I am ready for your question because this has been a hoot. Let me tell you, it's been a hoot. There's been a lot of people fall off here. Look at that, Sin. Damn. Don't throw money at me. Sin gets a card read. And here's what's interesting, people. People, you got 5 minutes left. I might go 5 minutes over. Probably won't. Flea comes down. Here's the deal. I'm getting off here the second Lee comes down, and he is done in 5 minutes. So I'm going to read Center card. Now, next week, Sin gets entered into the drawing spinny thing. And I'm going to spinny the thing. And if Sin's the only name on the spinny thing, I bet she wins. So if you want to get in on it, you just send me a little cash app. I don't care what it is. Could be $5,000, could be $5. Anything in between is great. Just don't send 10 grand because that's my limit. Then we have a limit on Cash App. We can only accept up to $10,000 a day. I'm good. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about going over my limit. Fine. So let me pick send a card. So yeah, she gets entered into that drawing, and that'll be fun. And I'm going to answer your question, Danny. Oh, she made it home. Sin made it home. All right, here's your card. Whoa, Sin. Looking for the book. Your card is the 38 card, and it's preparation mode. I'm going to read this. Here go the dogs. They haven't been fed, and everybody's going to die soon. Nope, not happening. Hey, Carrie, will you grab me some glasses? Should be right there on my table, I hope. No? Here, look at, there's a basket right there, right here on this side. Come around on this side. See that basket? This side. Come around by the trash can. Right there. Oh. See that basket there?
Oh, this one?
No, one above it. Yep, stick your hand in there. There's 12 million glasses. Okay, there's probably only 50. But 12 million and 50 are close enough. I don't care what kind of glasses they are. It can be Lee's glasses for all I care. Card number 38, preparation mode. Lee's glasses, they are. All right, let's see this. Lee's big head, look. look at Lee's big head. He does have a big head. Oh no, gotcha, Teresa. Hang on. So Sin, you're in preparation mode. If you've pulled this card, you're being guided to express gratitude to your guides, higher self, and spirit for preparing you in every way for your highest reality. If you're experiencing effort, fatigue, doubt, fear, or other challenging emotions, acknowledge them to spirit and your guide team. Understand that through readiness, release, surrender, and trust, transformation will occur. Recognize that your ego mind's attachment to certain parts of you can be the biggest obstacle on your path forward. Choose to let go and move forward, exercising the divine gift of free will. Oh, Sin, what is happening? Understand that through readiness, release, surrender, and trust, transformation will occur. Recognize that your ego mind's attachment to certain parts of you can be the biggest obstacle on your path forward. Choose to let go and move forward, exercising the divine gift of free will. I want to talk about that soon. We'll do that next week. You know what? No, I just did. Okay. All right. Let's see who we got here. Teresa. Sin and Teresa. It is going to be neck and neck next week on this Wheel of Fortune, y'all. The Wheel of Fortune. That's what we're going to call it. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, I am, Megan. All right. You ready, Mama? Are you ready, Mama T? 21. 21. I'm just saying people's names. I hope you don't mind. Saying people's names. I'm going to turn these bells and whistles down because I got people wanting to know where the hell I live. There we go. Okay. 21. Open the floodgates. Flow, Mama T. Flow. If you pulled this card, you're being guided to look for any ways love flows and effortlessly to you without your own effort. I'm going to read that again because I know you. Look for any ways love flows in effortlessly to you without your own effort. Practice self-care by making adjustments that are kinder and more compassionate to yourself. Say no to things you don't want to do and eliminate shoulds that dominate your time and energy. Consistently choose what is right for you as an act of self-love. I'm going to go ahead and interpret that to Teresa. You're spending too much time trying to please everybody else. It's time for some self-love. You're taking care of everybody but yourself, girlfriend, right? And you're taking care of everybody but yourself. And what are they going to do when you're gone? Anything can happen, right? Now, I am not talking bad about my husband's big head. I'm showing her. If I hook them to my ears, they're fine. Look, he has a big head and he stretches things. I mean, I like his big head, big bald head. I like it. I like to rub on it. But yeah, I do. I'm staying here until he comes down. I am. What is going on? Um, my twin becomes distant after being intimate. It doesn't bother me much, but I often wonder if it's in the intensity of how I stay connected when he's distant, or how do I stay connected when he's distant? Here's the thing: me and Lee both get distant, not distant like with each other, but like we we're we're staying in the moment, and we're not in the moment anymore. Does that make sense? Like we're ingesting those overwhelming emotions. And I feel like a lot of the times I just need to be alone. I just want to be alone in those intimate, after intimate emotions. I want to be alone to absorb and stay in. And if he happens to be in like in the same room with me or laying next to me or whatever, there's just more of wanting to reach that high again when you're not really enjoying the high you had before, right? So we try to stay in that high, and it does make us a little distant to one another, but it's a healthy distance. So I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know if it's the same thing. um, 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 um. Are you still doing readings? I am. I know we've been back and forth for a while now because my life's been one thing after another lately, but I think things are finally calming down. Finally. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm still doing readings. I only do about two a month. So, I mean, I try to keep my schedule as open as possible because I do a lot of cooking with cannabis. And you'll see when you go to my page, I do a lot of cooking. Um, Today I did a little bit of tincture, but um, most days during the week. Mondays I usually do tincture. Tuesdays I do gummies. Wednesday gummies and nerd ropes on Tuesdays. Wednesdays I usually do baking, and Thursday I usually just finish up packaging and things, and then I send packages to people who have ordered things. But I stay really busy, so I try. Hockey is over, so I had hockey, and I volunteer with his hockey team. We just did our big hockey banquet. So I had hockey. I have our grandkids are here two or three times a week. I had that going on. I still got a lot of doctor's offices and visits and things that are going on. And I just did a sleep study. I do all that. Um, I also volunteer with our life center, with the Donate Life Center. I volunteer with my transplant group, and I run the website for my transplant group. So that's very time consuming, and I do a lot with the transplant group. I plan a lot of the events and things that are going on in the hospital with new transplant people, and things that we're giving them, and the education we're giving them, and things like that. So um, I do a lot of work with battered women, with sexually abused women, with families who have escaped from abusive situations. So I do a lot of that. So I stay really busy. So if I've been booking about two readings a month, and that's cool to do that. Sometimes I'll book three, but it just depends, right, on my schedule and how If I'm feeling like I got this to do, that to do, that, then I'm only going to book like two, and usually they're during the day. But if you need one at night, it's no big deal. I can do that too. So, yeah, get with me. My readings are 1 11 11. They're about 45 minutes, and if you're interested in a medium reading, then you just email me. You know, here's the deal. Email me here, and I'm not trying to confuse anybody. Um, I probably shouldn't because I don't want my personal email box flooded. E- you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start checking this email every morning and every night, the business one, because usually Lee does it. So I'm going to do it too. But it's relationship, RelationshipReinvent, relationship reinvent, REINVENT. I'll put it right here. Relationship reinvent at gmail.com. Relationship reinvent at gmail.com. Um, email me there if you're interested in a meeting reading. Let's see what we got here. My root camp video from last week with him right before you jumped in with us. Maybe I need to log out and log back in. Yeah, and I'll remind him. I'll remind him when he comes down. Yeah, after the moment is gone. Yeah, it very well could be that, Danny. So, um, thanks, Danny. See you next week. Um, so yeah, where'd we go? There we go. So hey guys, thanks for guess who's here. Thanks for being here, and thanks for trusting me with giving you guys the best and the most honest information that I possibly can. Thank you for having fun with me tonight. Thank you for being free enough to talk to me about your crushes, because I'm certainly free enough to talk about mine. And when Lee comes down, I can't wait to tell him about what we talked about today, and that'll be fun. But yeah, it is fun, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a crush. So have a crush, find a crush. Um, I think next week I would like to focus on something. You think we can? You think we can focus on something? Can we talk maybe about let's talk about trust next week. Let's talk about trust and how we can trust and why we don't trust and a lot of things. So let's do that. And thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next week.